Candace, it's so nice to meet you. Thanks for being on our Retirement Key radio show and podcast. You just mentioned family is the biggest investment you can make. As a new mother, how has motherhood affected you? And what do you see for America in terms of our kids in the next 10 years?
I would say motherhood has affected me radically. I am not the same person that I was before I started having children. And the first reason is because everything just sort of locked into place and you really understand your purpose. I think before you start a family, you're kind of wandering aimlessly. And then especially as a woman, once you have a child, you realize this is exactly what I was put on earth to do biologically. And I think what we're really looking at now is how we can better guard children in the future, and recognizing that guarding children and protecting future generations is exactly how we turn things around in this country and in this world. It really all boils down to what you're able to implement and teach them in the home. So it is the greatest investment that you can make is in your own household.
We live and work in Loudoun County, so you probably know that is like ground zero for all the nonsense going on in schools. But anyways, you're always quick-witted. You always have an answer for everything. You've hinted at running for Senate. So if you did and you were elected, what would you do with taxes?
Oh, well, I don't know if I would run for Senate today, but the answer to taxes is to always lower them or abolish them, because taxation is theft and it is really unbelievable. You know what I also might do is implement a policy where people actually get to see how they're spending their taxes. I think it's ridiculous that I can log on to Chase Bank and see how I'm spending my money, and yet we don't have a clear access in terms to how the government is spending our money. And I think that if more people were engaged in that way, as if it were their own money, because it is their own money,
exactly,
they would vote differently.
Exactly. You know, we help retirees retire, which we try to help retirees retire with dignity and confidence, and taxes are, usually going to be our biggest expense in retirement. So we're always looking for ways to help our clients mitigate and lower tax. Tax is not the most fun topic, but we've got to address it for retirees. Political commentating for you has got to be exhausting, from time to time. So how do you unwind? How do you chill out? What do you do to just de-stress?
Yeah, it is, of course, exhausting, especially when we're in such a rut where it feels like everything is bad. It's exciting when there's something fun going on, but then when you have to spend the entire week talking about something that's drastic or something that's heavy, it takes a lot out of you. But I would say my biggest coping mechanism, if anybody follows me on Instagram, it's gym. I love the gym. I hope to do more with inspiring people to sort of take ownership over their own body, because that's the ultimate stress reliever. If I'm having a really bad day, I will go run on the treadmill, I will lift some weights, and we don't talk enough about fitness, especially in this sort of upside down world where we're being told that health is bad and badness is health. So for me, it all takes place in the gym.
Same here. Your health is your wealth, right? We talk about that with our clients all the time. And so
also gardening.
Gardening, yes.
I'm a gardening.
Being outdoors.
Yes.
Being outdoors. Good for you. Good for you. Well, the 2024 election cycle is just starting, campaigning and everything like that. And although we have some time until November of 2024, who is your favorite and why?
Okay, so I'm out on DeSantis. I'm not a fan of DeSantis's campaign right now. I think they kind of promised that they were going to be Trump, but without all the drama, I guess, was kind of the initial pitch. And I think that they've engaged in a way that I think has been unkind toward Trump supporters. I really like Vivek Ramaswamy, and I was saying that very early on, and now he's kind of surging, in the polls more and more. And I had him on my show, and he had such a clear vision. He actually does stay above it, like he stays above the fray. He gives so much credit to Trump and all that he's done for America. He also gives credit to DeSantis as a governor. So there's something about that just automatically feels more unifying. Right. So he is, for me, the candidate to watch. But of course, I'm going to support whoever wins the nominee.
Well, it's going to be exciting. I know we got some time, but it'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Candace, thank you so much for being on the Retirement Key radio show and podcast.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.